Okay, hi. I actually calmed down a little bit. It took some time to go through all the videos again and tweet some of them. And geez, I was live tweeting so much today. It's actually insane. Whoever followed me on Twitter and was active during that time, I'm sorry for spamming so much, but I'm also not. It was really fun. I had so much fun tweeting, and I didn't want to stop because it seemed like everyone was having a great time. But yeah, the festival was so insane. Oh, I really need something to drink, but I forgot to buy something. Let me eat the 2 gummy bears that I have left. I'm so badly prepared for this. The festival was so insane. I will probably talk about most of the artists another time and just focus on BTOB right now, because first, that's probably why a lot of you are here, and if not, then sorry. But it's what I want to talk about most at the moment, because that was the main reason I came here. That was the thing I was most excited and nervous about, and the thing that wrecked me the most. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was so good to see Cloud again. To see Bomb Bomb live, Jesus, that was insane. Same with Dumb Liddy. I was so exhausted after that song. I was having so much fun. And Hwaza slay so much as well. But yeah, the B2B set was absolutely insane. I was so nervous about it. But the nervousness was gone during most parts of the festival because I was focusing on the other acts and everything. And especially with Card, I was so distracted. But then Changa came on and played her set, and that was really fun. And then Epic High had their set. I think it was the longest set of the evening. I haven't seen all of that because I left in the middle of it to get something to drink. Because I was vibing, yeah, but I wasn't vibing too much with their music. They were really fun. They were super funny though. At the beginning, they made a lot of jokes introducing themselves, and in the end, they made quite the party in the arena. I gotta say, that was super cool in the end. Especially the special stage with Hanbin together. That was really cool. So I definitely enjoyed the songs they played in the end more than in the beginning. I'm glad I didn't miss that. But then Hwaza came in, and I love her so much, and she slays so much. But I'm gonna be honest, most of the time I couldn't really focus on her. I was recording, I was listening to her, but every few seconds my mind was just screaming at me, hey, after this, it's happening. The nervousness was just rising again, and I was literally shaking in the break between Hwaza and B2B. And then what was really cool was, so I was sitting pretty much on the side, right? So it was the same thing with K-pop Flex last year. That's so cool. That's why I kind of like these leads. You can see a little bit of the backstage area, and where the artists are waiting to go up to the stage. So we could already take a little glimpse at B2B down there, and we screamed so loud for them, and the whole arena hyped them up as well when one of their clips played on the monitors. That was really fun. And then they walked onto the stage, and Only One For Me began playing. And like I said, we knew kinda some songs that they would perform from the rehearsal. We didn't know about Only One For Me though. We didn't know about the song after that as well, but yeah, Only One For Me was so fun. I'm glad they played it. I'm loving the song so much. I at this point I haven't uploaded or even edited the reaction to the This Is Us album, but I love that song so much. It's so fun and uplifting, and just a switch from there, softer ballads. It's perfect for a festival, and to start with that song was a perfect idea, just to get the crowd hype. I think if they would have started with a ballad, they might have lost some people. But starting with Only One For Me and just making everyone have fun was great, I think. And yeah, I don't know what to say about their live vocals. I mean, everything I say you already know. They are so much better live, and they are just insane. They touch you in such a weird way. I don't know. I really don't know how to put into words what I felt during that first few minutes. I was trying to film my reaction. Like, not them, but my reaction. That's why I don't have a video of the beginning of Only One For Me. But the video itself didn't turn out that well, so I'm not sure if I can show it. But it was just happiness, but also just all these emotions bubbling up together, and I felt the tears swelling up. I was just constantly switching between grinning and then trying to hold back my tears. Yeah, but I thought, okay, they are there, but they're not falling. I'm not crying yet. Like, that's okay, I can manage that. I think I can do it. But I mean, then I think it wasn't even half into the song. Everything came out. I let go, and I was just sobbing. I was sobbing through that song. I was sobbing while trying to shout the fan chants. Only One For Me has such fun fan chants, to be honest. That's another reason why I love the song live. It's so cool. Yeah. So I was already crying then, but then they decided to perform Dreamer, and the tears are already coming again. I was so shocked, so surprised, so happy, and so emotional when they started the song, because not only is Outside the first album I ever reacted to, and my first comeback as a baby melody back then, maybe because of the nostalgia, but it is one of, if not the most favorite album that I have from them. I'm not sure if there will ever be a BTOB album that will top that for me. Which is a controversial thing to say, probably, because there are so many other good albums out there, and like Be Together and everything was just so insane, and I think objectively they might be better. But it's just, I don't know, I think Outside is such a perfect EP, and I love all of the songs with my whole heart, with my whole soul, and especially Dreamer and Traveler, where, I mean, all of them are my favorites, but this, I don't know, I love them so much. I just wasn't prepared for that, because like I said, we heard the songs that they rehearsed, and I talked with the other melodies that I met, and also on Twitter with some, that it's so sad that they rarely or pretty much don't perform BTOB For You songs, like Show Your Love or the songs from Outsider. I was always saying that made me so sad, because I wish I could hear them live and experience them again, and then it happened. I love Dreamer so much, and I love that they performed it, and at that point I was just really, I couldn't stop sobbing, and the camera was shaking so much, and I was trying so much not to hyperventilate. I was this close to just, I don't know, falling into a huge cry attack. But I caught myself barely. and yeah, it's that was so good, so good. And the thing that just hit me the most during all the songs, but especially in the beginning, was actually Eunkwang. I was loving everyone's performance. Changsub and Hyunsik and Sangjae were hitting high notes like crazy, and Minhyuk and Pineo were doing so amazing with their raps and with everything, and the performance was great, and they were all so good. But I just couldn't stop focusing on Eunkwang and just the emotions that I felt when I saw him. I don't know if that makes sense. It's just, I thought I loved Eunkwang so much already, and I didn't think that could get worse, or that could grow anymore, but I was wrong. I felt such a new and bigger wave of love for him. That sounds so overdramatic, and I'm just sharing my thoughts here. I don't know, I just I love this man so much. That was just the feeling I had. And just listening to his voice made me feel so many things. Yeah, that was insane. They were all super cute, introducing themselves. Eunkwang spoke a lot of French. That was super cute. And I sadly couldn't understand what they were saying because they translated everything into French, of course. But yeah, I'm not sure if I'm forgetting any song, but I think next were Wow and Pray, which is such a wild combo. And the fact alone that they performed Wow out of all the songs. And it was so popular. That was so insane. Like, especially at the beginning, so many people were shouting and chanting along to it. Like, that's such an old song. I was so surprised that so many people knew the lyrics to this. I mean, there were a lot of melodies, like visible melodies, but there are so many other people singing along where they were totally there for other groups, but they still sang along with BTOB. That was so crazy. It really showed me how many fans they really had in this arena. It was insane. The way they performed this today, they were so sexy during it. Like, again, especially Eunkwang. It was such a cool performance. And then, Pray, I'll Be Your Man. To see that live, to see this song live, was amazing. Absolutely amazing, stunning, breathtaking. Wow. And Peniel was so cute. He was obviously going a little bit slower on the choreography because of his injury. And at the beginning of I'll Be Your Man, he just walked down the stage and just sat there and watched his Hyungs perform the song while he waited to go up again during his part. And he was just standing there, smiling and waving to Melody, but also telling them, hey, don't look at me right now, look at the performance. Watch them, appreciate them, not me. That was so adorable. And then he went back up and absolutely killed it. I love Peniel so much today. He did so well. I'm so proud of him. There were some people screaming his name all the time. That was so adorable. I love them. Yeah, he did so well. They all did so well with the choreo. It's such a nice and amazing choreography. I love it so much. And like, especially the end when they are all just praying on the floor and Peniel and Minhyuk. I love it so much. Yeah. Let's see the song. I love that one as well. Yeah. Oh, also regarding Pray. I wanted to do the Fanchants. I wanted to try and do their names in the beginning. And I had two fears that I would mess up the names. Like, I was especially worried about Peniel, about his Korean name. I wanted to shout Ilun's name so loud. And the second thing that I was afraid of was that no one was doing the chants with me, and I would just stand there and doing it all by myself. And guess what? Both things became true. The song was starting and I was screaming my lungs out. And as soon as I shouted Eunkwang's name, I noticed, shit, no one around me is going along with me. I'm the only person in this whole block doing this right now. The embarrassment of that. But then I already begun, so I had to go through with it. I could just shout Eunkwang's name, to be honest. But I was already in the middle of Minhyuk and the Chaksub, so I had to go with it. I had to do it. And suddenly everyone looked at me because I was just shouting their names. Like, my introvertness and my social anxiety I'm dying when more than a few people are just looking at me. And so my brain just malfunctioned. And it just crumbled down. I managed to do Peniel. I got through the Shindong-gun. And then, of course it has to happen at Ilun's name, right? Especially the one that I wanted to make sure to scream as loud as I can. I just couldn't do it anymore. I was just suddenly blanking. So yeah, sadly I couldn't shout Ilun and Sangjae's name. And embarrassed myself in front of the whole block. But that's okay. Okay, yeah, the song, I love the song so much. I love the fan chants for the song as well. Like, especially the melody parts and Phineas parts. Phineas parts are always so great for fan chants, like, because they're in English most of the time. It's Okay was also so beautiful. But dang, Missing You. Our queen Missing You. And so many people were singing along to that too. That made me really happy. To hear so many other people join in. And I mean, come on. They are seeing a whole arena on a festival where people from different fandoms come together to see their favorite artists. And you see the whole arena just vibe and hype and scream for them. They had to realize now that Europe loves them, right? And I mean, I think they even talked a little bit about wanting to come back to Europe and wanting to maybe do something more than just that. I couldn't understand everything, of course, but yeah, I would love that. I hope they do a Europe tour so much. Like, even if it's just smaller venues, I don't care. You don't need to fill full arenas to go on tour. There are so many smaller K-pop groups that go on world tours and then tour through Europe and the States and everything. They could totally fill these. I'm sure about that. I'm sure they could fill bigger venues as well. But if Cube is really so scared, then just do smaller venues. It's so frustrating. I don't get why a group in their 10th or 11th year haven't been to Europe once before today. Like, that's insane. Overall, their set was absolutely incredible, breathtaking. It was draining, emotionally draining. Like, I don't think I have cried a little bit at the beginning of my first 80s concert because I was also super happy to see them live, but it wasn't as bad as today. I haven't cried that hard for any group during the concert. So yeah. And I felt so exhausted after their set. Like, I was exhausted after Card because of how hyped they were and how much I was vibing and jumping and screaming. But I was just exhausted after BTOB because I felt so many things during that. Which was a little bit sad is that I couldn't really vibe as much to Hyoyeon's stage after that. Because she was turning the whole arena into a club. The whole arena was jumping and hyping and vibing and just loving everything. But I was just sitting there trying to film a little bit, but I couldn't do anything. I couldn't stand up, I couldn't vibe, I didn't feel like vibing. I was just so emotionally drained by BTOB that I couldn't fully enjoy Hyoyeon's stage, sadly. I was better with Taeyeon a little bit. I still haven't had that much energy, and I still was sitting during most of the songs. But since she performed a few slower songs, that was a little bit easier for me to actually enjoy. What a wild experience! I can't believe that this happened. Yeah, it was such a nice day in general. Like, usually I'm so alone at concerts because I'm so introverted and I am too afraid to talk to people. So I'm really glad that I got to meet these other melodies and that I could just tag along, and that we even went to a restaurant and ate together and stayed together until the show started. Yeah, it was just so much fun. So if any of you are seeing this, girls, you were amazing. Thank you so much for spending time with me. That really made my day so much better. And I even got some gifts. I mean, I obviously knew that I would be getting these from Tally. And then right before the concert, one of the other girls gave me this one. And that made me so happy. I forgot that he was in there as well. Also, I don't know why, but I thought these would be smaller. I think I said the same thing about MIK's Boom album. Is that possible? But I don't know, with these, I was sure they would be smaller. They are so big. Oh fuck! She put some other things in here as well. Now wait, now I have both outside Eunkwang's now. That is insane. I love that. I love that. I love that. But also I have this beautiful opinion. And the little Sanjay. Yeah. Oh, Hyunsik was so great today. They all looked so good as well today. I think some melodies on Twitter wished for something not a black for their stage outfit. But honestly, I don't mind that they look good in black. Like, was it Hyunsik or was it Changso? I think it was Hyunsik. He was wearing a leather jacket. Like, hello. And Eunkwang looked so sexy today. Ah. And then we have a little piña set with a photo card. This is so adorable. He is so adorable. Look at that photo card, it's so cute. And here we have Changsa. Oh, yeah, so again, Kelly, thank you so much. Yeah, I don't know what else to say at the moment. I am, like I said, super drained and I have to get up early, so I might not deal with that. But yeah, this was amazing. This was a performance of a lifetime for me. And I hope they will come back after cause the depression will kick in so hard tomorrow. Like so hard. Well, we'll see each other in one of my next reactions hopefully.